Welcome back to another video. This time we'll be reviewing a match on my main account, Shrinky Dinky. Should be no surprise that I'm mid Kiana at this point, but yeah, it's pretty much who I enjoy playing right now. Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at this player, Letwick, who was my top lane Aatrox. Looking at their KDA, they did a fantastic 0-10 and 1. And looking at the damage dealt, you might be able to think, oh, maybe they were trying, but I can assure you after we review this match and what happened in it, all this damage is going to be meaningless. The important stat to look at here is the gold earned, though. You can see 3,700, only 300 more than the support. So it's pretty much how you kind of know. Other than also levels, I guess. You know, they finished the match at level 8, which is surprising. I honestly don't know how they do that. Like the catch-up mechanics in the league are pretty crazy right now. But anyways, um, yeah, this player trolled. We'll take a look at this in the playback real quick. But before we do that, let's take a look at their summoner profile. So you can see they're level 50. So this is a young account. Just based on their ranks for the season, you know, they're pretty involved in TFT. They made it to gold in ranked solo and silver in flex 5. And then just based on their match history and champion pool, and even just monitoring their game style for the 3 minutes I was able to, this player is inexperienced. So this is obviously a secondary account, an alternate account. So right, if you have the capability to invest other accounts that are related to this summoner, I highly suggest doing that because there's no way that this behavior that this player, you know, exemplified is unique to this account only. So looking at the match history, today we're going to be looking at just this one, the one played on December 3rd. But Riot, I also implore you to take a look at this other match, which we won't be going through, where they went 2-10 on Aatrox again yesterday, December 2nd. Having reviewed it myself, there's a lot of similar behavior that shows up in the game that I had with them, but it's not exactly as blatant. So without the chat logs, I don't really have enough way to provide context. But just from initial inspection, it shares similar behavior. So there's no way that the behavior that they showed in my matches anyway at all unique to this account again, and it probably pops up very frequently, even as a top lane main, which is surprising. So anyways, with that, we'll just hop straight into the review. All right, so already at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll just take a look at the game state. Both junglers started on the bottom side here, and they're paddling their way top. Kha'Zix is pretty pressed up into the top lane, so just makes it easier for Lee Sin to come gank. But Moore is pretty low, so as we speed this up, you can see Lee Sin approaches first. So even if he had gone way earlier, Kha'Zix would have never been able to support him. But at this point right here, Kha'Zix is deciding to push mid lane because, oh look, I'm getting dove by Syndra. So, in my opinion, this was the right decision by the jungler. Aatrox pushed the wave up, and that's his own fault or his own responsibility. So knowing that the jungler is probably going to be ganking soon, he should probably just back off. That's exactly what happens. He dies right there. Meanwhile, Kha'Zix finishes off Syndra here. Granted, it was very hairy, and he was lucky to get it off, but yeah. So after that fight, Aatrox goes to the chat to express his frustration. And I'm going to scroll through this pretty quickly, but he asks Kha'Zix, hey, why don't you come top? Kha'Zix goes, because Syndra was diving mid, it was a better play. Aatrox counters with, hey, if you would have come top, we would have gotten double kill. But Kha'Zix throws some sass back at him, which is understandable. And Aatrox goes, GG, now I feed. And then when we say we're going to report, he even goes, I'm just going to hold hostage. So that's pretty much it. That's exactly the reason why Aatrox started flaming and being toxic. So right now we're just going to quickly go through some of the deaths that he had just to further show the intent that this player had. So immediately after his first death, he teleports back to lane. As you can see, he's pausing in and out of AFK. He was missing farm. This is him typing in chat, pleading his case. Mordekaiser makes his way back to lane. And even with a item disadvantage, but a slight level advantage, Aatrox takes this fight, which is ill-advised. So I think this is the point where he says GGI feed, so fantastic. This one again. Here he's just running it down essentially. It's 2 levels down into the turret. He's lucky to make it out of here because Aatrox is so broken with the healing, but I don't know why he would turn. He should just leave. So let's definitely check that out. Where is he? Oh, he's dead in this one. So shortly after that, he abandons top lane. He's level 6. Mordekaiser's level 8. Oh, I love when the playback does this. It like keeps me in the mortal or something. But anyways, he's just trolling at this point. Again, the damage that he dealt in this match was meaningless. Here he is again in the bottom lane. Diving 3v 1v3. We'll do one more. Look, here he is still again. Still level 6. Obviously, he's not trying to play this game anymore. So, yeah. Alright, I highly implore you to take a look at this account. This player's definitely toxic, and he's ruining your games, so hope you guys do something about it. Anyways, with that, this concludes this Summoner report. I bid you adieu.